The next card you have is your current position coming into the month. And you have the Six of Wands, which is a victory. It's a pride. It's an achievement of some sort. So if you're single, maybe that you've broken into the dating world and you're actually starting to feel like this is something you could succeed at this time. Maybe you've had other times where it just hasn't worked out. But this is saying, okay, maybe you're meeting one or two people. Maybe one of those people is somebody that you could see this energy with, somebody that you could see going the distance with. But if you're single, there's definitely something to feel victorious about. There's definitely something to feel positive about. So maybe this experience, whether it's online, whether it's a meetup group, however you're doing it, maybe you're just having a little more luck in meeting people that seem genuine, or meeting people that seem like they'd actually be somebody you could stick with for the long haul. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, the 6 means that there's some sort of victory here. It could be a small victory, like, hey, you poked them on Facebook and they poked you back, or you guys texted each other. Whatever it is here, there is some sort of success in getting what you want. If you're interested in getting back together with this person, maybe now is the time that communication is key. Maybe now is the time that you can both put your guard down without the judgment and say, hey, okay, let's have a conversation here. Let's, it could just be that they called you and you finally picked up, or you called them and they finally picked up. Whatever it is for you, there's definitely some sort of small achievement here in reconciliation. The next card you have is anything internal you're feeling. So anything coming into the month that you're feeling. This is interesting because these are kind of contradictory. You have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is somebody who is not playing around. They're not messing around. The King of Swords is somebody who's just, who's looking for fairness, looking for equality. The King is somebody who is very intellectual and very truthful. So if you're single, I think maybe you're finding this victory because you're being so open about what you want. If you're meeting people, you're saying, look, I eventually want this. I want somebody to pour my heart out to. I want somebody to be my best friend, my confidant, my, the mother or father to my children, etc. Whatever your tradition is or whatever you're looking for. Traditional is so out the window now. There's so many different nuances and so many different ways it could go. Not everybody wants kids. Not everybody wants to get married. You get my point. But the King is somebody who is, you're feeling like, look, I'm laying all my cards out on the table. I'm literally saying, this is what I'm looking for. And again, it's that longing, but it's not a neediness. You're just saying, this is where I planned on being. This is where I plan on being in my life. I want certain things in my life, and that's what I'm looking for. And so you're achieving more success in meeting people that might be a better fit because you're just not, you don't give a crap. You're like, I don't give a shit if you like what I have to say or if you don't. This is me looking for somebody in particular, looking for somebody who's going on the same path as I am. So why would I feed you a bunch of crap about me that's not true? Or why would I change my story or my drive to fit yours if it's not true? So it just feels like you're being very legitimate, Capricorn. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, the King of Swords says, there's a truth here that you're waiting and saying, okay, if we do communicate, we need to have a discussion because there was either trust broken, lies. It could be little white lies. It doesn't have to be like cheating or infidelity, but it could be. But this is you saying, look, I'll be fair with you and I'll have a conversation with you. And I do care about you. I still have these feelings for you, but I need answers. Like, you're going to have to spill the beans on everything that's going on here. I need a clear picture as to what happened or what you're feeling or how you feel about me for us to move on. The next card you have is anything in your distant past over the past 5-10 years, could be even through childhood. And you have Justice. Justice is Libra's card. So you could be dealing with Libra. You also have air energy here as well. But Justice is about justice. It's about meditation, looking back. It's about a situation. Now, for a lot of you, this represents divorce. I always read this card together, whether you're single or looking to reconcile, because it's usually not the person you're looking to reconcile with right now. It's generally somebody in your past. Now, this could be going through watching your parents get divorced or siblings get divorced or aunts or uncles or grandparents, because the Justice card is about some sort of legal happening. Now, the reason this comes up every month, or the reason I read a past card every month, is to either remind you of something to stop thinking about that's just going to drag you down, that's a repetitive negative pattern, or something really good then you need to focus on more this month. The Justice card here is telling me it's okay to look back and understand things that happen. It's okay to want to achieve something better than what you had before. So just keep in mind, the Justice card says, hey, things may not have gone the way you wanted, but in the end, it was all for justice. it all worked out in your favor. Maybe it was a relationship that shouldn't have gone on as long as it did. And even though it was hard and maybe there was some codependency, it was almost like you guys were addicted to each other. You needed to separate in order to find yourself. So it's basically saying, look, these are absolutes and cause and effect. So this is saying, pay attention. Whatever you do, there's a cause and effect to everything. So if you're single or looking to reconcile, whatever decisions you make this month are going to greatly have an effect to the cause, if that makes sense. So whatever your cause is right now, make sure that you're going about it in a good, organic way. Again, being truthful, being very distinct in what you want, because whatever happens this month will have an effect on how things play out in your future. The next card you have is your immediate past, over the past 2 weeks, past a month or two, and you have the Sun. This is about hope. This is about clarity. This is about self-awareness. This is about faith. So the Sun card is a beautiful card, but this is saying, look, if you're single, you're starting to see the hope. You're starting to see little victories that kind of push you in the direction. Maybe you haven't been dating at all, and something in you has been like, hey, maybe I should get out there a little bit. And the little bit you've gone out there, it's been like, you know, a little turtle that takes some steps and then, which is weird because I don't know, I just had a picture of a turtle. So for some of you, turtles may resonate somewhere here. But the Sun is saying that like you're taking these little baby steps, and with each little victory, pride's coming. Maybe you're just reaching out to people and saying hi. Like, I don't know, maybe somebody in the grocery store or something, and you're like, hey, how are you? You're just learning to conversate with people. Or maybe you go out with some friends and you approach somebody and have a conversation. You're gaining like these little confident steps, or maybe you're just feeling better about yourself. The Sun is saying that slowly the past couple of weeks, past month or two, you've been building yourself up, which is a really good place to be. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is you seeing things clearly and understanding there is a possibility that we could make this happen. There is a possibility we could connect again, but you're going at it with, yes, there's a small victory of communication coming up if it hasn't already, but the King is also saying you need answers, and you do, because even though the Sun is an amazing card, there's still, you see things clearly. If there's any fog, it's not going to work. So you need to get things out in the open and make sure, but do it in this type of energy, in this generous energy, this nurturing energy, instead of a harsh judgment type energy. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, that's interesting. We'll definitely be clarifying that guy. You have the Devil. Now, it's Capricorn's card. So even though the Devil often represents jealousy, addictions, you know, a lot of darker type things, I think it's interesting here because it's Capricorn. So this almost kind of take the devil out of it. This almost makes me feel like Capricorn is coming in organically as themselves, focusing on themselves and being the best person they can. Now, if you're single, I definitely think you need to avoid the devil. So make sure you are putting yourself out there exactly, you know, saying exactly what you want. Don't get caught up in any, you know, if you're looking for the real deal, don't get caught up in friends with benefits or any dramatic situations, etc. But usually the devil would make me kind of go, what the fuck? That's not a very good next couple of months. But it's really not feeling like that. It feels like you're single and you're like being true to yourself because this is your card. And and anytime you show up in your own read, that's really good. And what's interesting is I think Cancer and Pisces are the only two other signs this month that showed up in their own read. But I love this because, and you're probably going to be like, what, Dark Dove, you love this devil? But yes, because it represents so much more. It represents you being your full self. It represents you getting to your higher potential. Because this is you, this represents you, and not the actual definitions of the devil, if that makes sense. So if you're single, I definitely feel like you're shining. And a lot of you are going to be like, really, with the devil? But yeah, it's not reading negative at all. It's not reading jealousy or addiction or whatever. Now, some of you, I'm sure I'm going to get a message where you're like, oh, well, I'm meeting people who have a lot of problems, or I have a problem. But I'm sensing this is more like, hey, Capricorn is here. Like, we're shining big, and we're here to stay, and you know, we're here to get what Capricorn wants. If you're looking to reconcile, I think it's very interesting as well because I feel the same way. You may be dealing with somebody who had addictions or some type of issues, and it may arise again in the future. However, I'm getting the same message for you guys as well, that this is you being like, hey, if you want to be in my life, I will nurture you. I will love on you. I will take care of you. But this is me. And I have wants and goals and needs, and this type of energy, whatever this, like I have to find the truth or there's some sort of sneakiness, isn't going to happen. This is basically whether you're single or looking to reconcile, you're good being alone or being with somebody, but you're not going to lose yourself because of somebody else. You're not going to you're going to stick with what you want. You're not going to lose yourself in this person again, whether you're single or looking to reconcile, because if you were single, you've been dating and you've been placating people or letting people kind of guide you instead of you being genuinely true to you. And if you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. You've lost yourself somewhere, and this is you saying, nope, it's not going to happen. I'm going forward as myself, and you can come along for the ride if you want. The next card you have is your immediate future. That's kind of interesting. That's not my favorite card either. But this is a tower. The tower is some sort of destruction. It can be devastating, but it doesn't have to be. The tower is a breakdown and a build up. So if you're single, I definitely feel like whatever you've been doing dating wise, you have broken down a bunch of walls. You've cut people out. If you've dated, like I said, I think some of you had like maybe a situation where somebody was telling you, oh yeah, I think we should hang out and we'd be a great fit together. And then they're just like BSing you. This is your tower moment this month. This is you going, hey, November is mine to cut people out, to tear things down and rebuild. The tower can be devastating in the fact that it's hurtful. It's not easy to have to think about those things, getting rid of people or cutting things out of your life, or negative energy out of your life. But the best part about the tower is then you rebuild, and then you have moments like the star that come in afterwards. So I think the tower is necessary for you, Capricorn, because I think you've been letting people around you that shouldn't be, or been dating people around you that shouldn't be. I think this is you tearing it all down and then achieving success this month. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this tells me there is a tower moment. There is some sort of truth or something you're not getting from this person that you're saying, look, I need this or we're not moving forward. If we're going to tear everything down and rebuild a new foundation, then you've got to be honest with me and I need to know exactly what's going on here. And if they can't do that, then there will be a tower moment and this will not continue. I feel like this month is the month you're saying it's now or never. Either you get your shit together or we go our separate ways. The next card you have is anything tangible that'll happen this month. It could be in the beginning, middle, end. It could last for a day, it could last for an hour, etc. But it's a tangible situation that you're going to embody or face. And you have the Emperor, which is Aries card. So you could be dealing with the Aries. But the Emperor is a traditional. It's a kingship, an authoritative type figure. So if you're single, I definitely feel like there's somebody coming in who can help you rebuild this tower, can help you build a healthy, strong foundation. Somebody that maybe pushes you out of your comfort zone, but in a positive way, not in a negative way. Somebody who challenges you to be the best Capricorn you can be, to be the best person you can be. This is somebody who says, I don't take crap from anybody. You don't take crap from anybody. So I think this is somebody really good coming in that could actually build you up to your highest Capricorn self. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, I feel like this is an energy that you're possessing right now because you're saying, I want what we talked about before. I want to move forward and have these things. However, I won't deal with XYZ bullshit. I won't deal with lies. I won't deal with whatever was going on in your relationship. This is you saying, if you want to come together and have this connection and start rebuilding this tower, then I need all the truths. I need to know exactly where you stand. You're basically giving them an out if they need an out, and you're not going to be mad about it because again, you're standing on your own 2 feet in the future, whether you're with them or not. The next card you have is anything you're going to feel throughout the month. That makes sense. Anything that you might feel, or again, it could be beginning, middle, end. It could last for an hour. It could last for 2 minutes. And you have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is a cutting energy. So for whatever reason, whether you're single or looking to reconcile, you guys definitely have some people that you have to be very direct with because this is a confrontation. This is a logical, hostility. This is you feeling like you're not worthy of being in my life. So if you're single, this definitely tells me there is somebody who's clutching onto you, or you've been dating a couple people and somebody's just been really fake with you and haven't been good with you, and you're going to cut them out and it's going to hurt. It's going to be this tower moment. Could even be friends, could even be family, somebody that you have to say, look, I'm done with your bullshit. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm standing on my own 2 feet. I'm being the best Capricorn I can. I'm building myself up. And you're not really deserving in my life. And I think you're going to have to cut some people out. If you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. This is you saying, hit it or quit it. Like, we're either doing this or we're not, but I'm not dealing with any back and forth. I'm not dealing with any crap. Like, literally, Capricorn, I feel like this is the month you put your foot down and say, hey, I'll be okay. I show up in my future with or without you. The next card you have are your hopes and fears for the outcome of the month. And you have the Seven of Pentacles, which also makes perfect sense. This is about assessing a situation, risk reward, what the end payoff is. So if you're single, I feel like you are assessing situations, because I feel like some of you are single, but you have like a friends with benefit type situation, or you have somebody you've been dating, or you're starting to talk to a few people. And some of those people feel really good, like you could go far with them. And then others not so much. And so you're kind of outweighing the good with the bad. What's the best choice for me? What's the best situation here? Because you really are assessing it like almost like a business deal, but not without heart or not without emotion, but like, I've made wrong choices before, and so I'm choosing to make the smarter decision. If you're looking to reconcile, this is definitely you going, we can either do this, this, and this, and we'll go here, 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 and here, or we don't. And this is you also assessing, like, do I even want this person in my life? Like, I've been fighting for them. We have this connection. I've wanted this reconciliation. I've thought about it for a long time, but where do they fit in my life? If they come back in my life, where would we end up? Would it be good or would it be bad? You're definitely weighing some pros and cons here to decide whether this is a good risk for you or not. And if it's a reward or a risk. The final card you have is the outcome. And you have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is somebody who's very cautious, very hardworking, but somebody who's extremely diligent. They understand what they want in life, and they know that it takes hard work. Look, I'm going to start with reconciliation. If you're looking to reconcile, this is you saying, I'll be very dutiful with you. I'll be very hardworking at this situation